Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Boruto ate the Ito no Mi. So yeah, um, this is part 3 of this What If, and yeah, let me begin. Let me do a recap on what happened last time. So last time, Boruto did eat the Ito no Mi, and he did defeat, was sort of, kinda ate it, between the time where Sadara and Boruto had to fight against the actor, and yeah, of course he ate it during that. He grew up he's 5'2" now, and, well, he's more disrespectful than normal, and careless and more cold than anything. He's like Sasuke when Sasuke and Naruto were younger, but yeah, Boruto is still like a little bit more like Doflamingo more. So yeah, with that happening, of course, Boruto did use his strings in multiple occasions, like fighting against Sasuke, fighting against Shin, also fighting against Sadara, and well, also about a fight against the Seven Swordsmen. There's where I kind of left it off, not where the Seven Swordsmen's at, but where, of course, Kazaken, or Ken, wait. So yeah, they met Kagere, and yeah, of course, Boruto did go against Awabi and all that. Well, not Awabi, but against the sort of Seven Swordsmen, even the leader. Was about to turn the leader into Sushi, but not really. So this is where I'm actually going to continue at. So after Boruto's little encounter and all that, Boruto now met Chojuro, and Chojuro says, "You're Boruto Uzumaki," and Boruto says, "First of all, just call me Joker. I am done with having the Uzumaki name." So yeah, Chojuro said, "Fine, whatever. Fine, Joker. You're going against Kageri." So yeah, in a Kenjutsu. Now, Boruto, he kind of knows a little bit how to use a sword, because even though Doflamingo never uses sword, I think in the anime he only uses like what's it called, threads and all that. But yeah, with that happening, Boruto fought against Kagere, and of course Kagere started using his sword trying to attack against Boruto. Boruto instead just cuts like the swords down, like cut the wooden swords, and then just hits Kagere with his own wooden sword. Which Kagere was confused. His sword just got easily cut. Just very easily. He doesn't know how, but yeah. Boruto just doesn't want to say anything. And Sadara say, "Isn't that cheating, Boruto? You had to use your Kekken Kenkai." Boruto says, "It's not cheating, it's skills. You gotta be smart in battle. You're not supposed to just use one thing of one weapon." So Chojuro says, "Well, Boruto wins." Kagere was amazed with Boruto's being intelligent and fighting. So yeah. So of course after that they go to the memorial, and of course Kagere does talk about the whole Bloody Mist third what's it called, Hokage and all that. I think that was the third Mitsukage and all that. And of course Boruto's interesting. He already knew a lot about it and all that. And of course this is where they meet what's called Shishuhei, or whatever the hell that name was. Let me see. Sarushi decides to try to attack Boruto, but of course Boruto took like the kunai with his bare hands and then kicks the guy so easily, putting Armament Hawking in his legs, kicking the guy very hard in the ribs, and of course the guy was just coughing up blood, and then he ran with his friends away from Boruto. Of course, Awabiki says, "I'm not surprised that you didn't need help," and Boruto says, "I don't." So Boruto, he isn't bleeding from his hands, cause with the Ito no Mi, he actually put strings in his hands to actually catch the blade. And the blade was actually being, blunted as hell, because Boruto had like the threads on his like hand. Kinda cutting the what's called kunai. So yeah, And no, the threads aren't hurting Boruto, so yeah. But yeah, Boruto learned more how to actually use Itonomi abilities. So yeah. But yeah, then after that we go on and kind of skip towards, well, Boruto talking to Kagere in like this water, in the water training ground and all that. Of course, Boruto does tell him about like, don't be distracted by your like what's called families, whatever bullshit. It's not important, and it's not important to you or them because you're in the future, they're in the past. Who cares? So yeah. So yeah, with that happening, this is where they kind of what's called. The next day is the whole they're in like the training ground, and of course is where the Seven Swordsmen attacks, and of course Boruto, he doesn't want to help them, so of course Kagure had to kill him, but of course Kagure says nah, and Boruto wasn't really hurt at all. So yeah, with that happening, we kind of move on towards what Boruto actually going towards what's called going to the Seven Swordsman. Of course, Sadara saw him, and Boruto just ignore her. Of course, he kind of goes towards where the Seven Swordsmen are at. So Chojuro was actually going towards the Seven Swordsmen, and with Sadara, because Sadara just told him that he saw Boruto going or whatever. And the last knowing person was with Boruto, but yeah. Now, when they get there, they see this string barrier. They see like these white threads barrier. Now, Boruto's right now fighting against the Seven Swordsmen by making a barrier with the threads. If you don't remember that one scene where Doflamingo kind of used the, how should I say, so Boruto is using the bird cage to right now just close in the Seven Swordsmen. And he's also using his right hand. So he's using his left hand to make the bird cage, while his right hand is controlling half of the Seven Swordsmen to fight each other. So of course Kagure tries to attack Boruto, and Boruto, he puts Armor Hawking in his like leg and kicks Kagure away and says, "Oh please, ha ha ha, you weaklings will be my puppet time." So who he's actually controlling are what's called So Boruto takes control of two of the Seven Swordsmen, the big guy and also what's called the girl that can use the thunder swords or whatever the hell that are, those like swords and all that. So Boruto's right now easily trying to kill the Seven Swordsmen, and of course they can't run away. So it's called, one of them tried to use a sword, and that was the what's it called, executioner blade. That one guy that has the executioner blade, the brown hair and all that, well, dark skin and all that, tries to attack Boruto, but Boruto, he kind of moved his thumb finger from his like left hand and made a thread that kind of goes straight towards what's called that guy, and you see already slashed through the executioner blade and cutting that guy. He's already dead. Of course, this is where Chojuro and Sadara are right now trying to break through the cage bird to try to get in. But when Chojuro uses a sword, even putting chakra in it, it gets cut. His sword cannot easily break through the threads. So the cage is basically being closed in and closed in and closed in. So of course the big guy tries to, and the girl also tries to attack the other teammates, to one with like the pointing, what is that sword anyway? What, like that little, how should I say, needle sword or whatever the hell that is. And of course also the main leader and the other guy that kind of used the explosion bombs, like paper sword, whatever the hell it is, explosion paper. Of course Kagure is already knocked the fuck out. He easily got one-shotted by Boruto. And of course they're having so much problems because it's 2v versus 4. But Boruto's easily controlling the two of them pretty easily and actually seeing them, well, be better in sword fighting skills and all that. So Boruto's easily controlling them. And of course, even though they would have sucked in, well, not sucked, but they would have been sort of good in fighting them, even without Boruto's skills, Boruto's still using them like puppets. So of course, if one of them gets slashes, Boruto still uses them until they are at their last breathing, well, breath. So of course, one of them actually gets taken out, and it was the Needle Girl by the other girl that easily takes her out. And then the big guy easily gets taken out by the guy that can use Semihara. The girl also gets taken out by what's called the explosion tag guy and all that. So yeah, now it's the explosion tag and the guy that can use Semihara versus Boruto. Boruto's laughing. Your weapons are nothing to me. So Boruto grabs not grabs all the weapons, sees all the 7 swords weapons, and using his threads to just cut through them all. And says, those weapons were nothing if I can easily cut through them like nothing but butter. So the guy with explosion tags did try to attack Boruto. Boruto uses his threads and change him into colors, into a rainbow color. Each of his threads with different colors. And just swipe at the guy, and the guy could have easily tried to dodge, but instead he tried to block and tried to use explosion tags, but he gets sliced into about how should I say 6 halves, and of course this was the last person Semihara using. So he was absolute terrified of Boruto, and Boruto says, "Oh please. Can you not defeat a person with one hand? I'm basically closing in this whole place. You cannot escape. The only option you have, Mr. Sharkman or Sushi Man, if you like to be called that, is to fight me. I only have one arm." So that's what he does. He uses turns everything into a bloody mess and all that. Chojuro and Sarora are just horrified because they see the bloody mess and all that. And of course, the guy tried to use some Hara at Boruto. Boruto, kind of activate his threads and actually awoken them into making everything around him into threads and just easily just destroying Semihara and also the Sushi Man, killing him pretty easily. Which Boruto saw awakening Devil Fruit. So yeah, that's what Doflamingo made and all that. So of course, Boruto lets go of the cage bird and all that, and he goes straight towards what's called Kagere, grabs his body, kind of just drag his ass all the way towards where he senses Chojuro and also Sarora, and Chojuro says, "What happened to the 7 swordsmen?" Boruto says, they are dead, and also the 7 swords are destroyed." Chojuro said, "Wait, what do you mean?" Boruto says, "Yeah, you can go find their dead bodies over there, and the swords all cut into different pieces. You better get a blacksmith to probably help you out to make those." "Oh wait, you probably can't. Semihara is already cut into 1,000,000 pieces." Yeah, Boruto just cut Semihara into 1,000,000 pieces because he saw the sword would be so damn annoying in the future, so he just cuts it all up. So yeah. So, of course, Chojuro was horrified the fact that Boruto Uzumaki, the child of the 7 Hokage, kind of destroyed the 7 swords and also the new 7 swordsmen. Well, sort of the thieves or whatever. But hasn't destroyed Kagere's sword because Boruto just thought it was just okay with that sword. But the others had it to go, so yeah. Executioner could regen somewhat, it needs tons of blood, but yeah, because Boruto also noticed that the executioner was also damn annoying because when some of the blood kind of went onto the executioner blade and all that, it kind of regenerated. So Boruto just decided to cut the executioner blade into nothing but just particle dust, or not particle, just metal dust. Absolutely just nothing but metal dust. So Chojuro was shocked and all that. Kagure decides to wake up the next day and blah blah blah. But of course, Boruto, Satoru, and everyone had to leave. Boruto did manage to get himself a bunch of like gifts for Himawari. So yeah, Boruto, this one is way smarter than that. So yeah, well, everyone is just talking and all that. So of course, when they get back to the village and all that, it was now the graduation exam, and of course, instead of like, Boruto annoying Naruto about the pranking stuff and all that, he still pranks him. But of course, Boruto cannot catch up with Boruto because Boruto has been training in his original speed. And when sort of Naruto did try to chase after Boruto, he was chasing after a Ito no Mi clone. Yes, Boruto has to figure out how to make himself a clone made out of his threads. So yeah, Boruto was thinking of becoming a ninja, but he doesn't know. He's probably thinking of becoming a businessman, because that's what Doflamingo did. He became a businessman, somewhat. So yeah. So with that happening, he's just like, So he was just like getting interviewed by Shino and like saying, "What would you like to be?" and all that. And Boruto was thinking, Boruto says, "Oh no, I'm either thinking of going into businessman or ninja." Shino was kind of shocked. Even Hinata was shocked the fact that Boruto was actually thinking of becoming a businessman instead of a freaking ninja. He's like, man, I don't know what to pick. So yeah, of course, this is where he kind of meets what's called Kakashi, who's disguised with brown hair and all that. Of course, Kakashi, the person, whatever his name was again, kind of asked Boruto to show him around. Boruto says, sure, why not? And of course, this shows everyone about what they want to be and all that. Some want to become ninjas, some want to become this, some wants to just stay in the academy so they can go into a different career and all that. And of course, this is where Kakashi says, this is Kakashi says, "So, Boruto, what would you like to be?" Boruto says, "I'll probably like to be a businessman." A businessman, a pirate, or a ninja. And Kakashi was kind of shocked. Even though he didn't show it, he was shocked in the inside, saying that, if Boruto doesn't do the whole ninja career or whatever, then the whole namikaze thing for like his master and all that kind of went down, because if Boruto just wants to be a businessman, there's really just, how should I say, he's like, hold up. Then Kakashi asked him, why wouldn't you like to be a ninja? And why would you want to be a pirate? And Boruto says, I might be a pirate businessman. That'd actually be a nice ring to it. Kakashi says, you can also be a ninja businessman. And Boruto says, nah. I don't want to do that, Kakashi, the sixth Hokage. And Kakashi just jumped back and says, how did you know? Boruto says, I'm not stupid. I can sense your chakra. And, first of all, I can sense the difference between a normal citizen chakra and a Kage chakra level. So, of course, Kakashi was like, so, you already found me out. But why wouldn't you want to become a ninja? Boruto says, why are you so bothered with that? Let me just become a businessman, okay? Let me ruin the freaking life, the journey life of the Namikaze, to instead of becoming the Hokage and a ninja, to becoming a businessman, to ruin your master's life, isn't that? And of course, Kakashi says, besides, Naruto, Uzumaki already did become the Hokage. My life and goal and all that is not to become the Hokage, but probably a businessman. But I would still become a ninja. Just to probably rub it in your face if you're actually an examiner. So of course Kakashi's kind of shocked, but he is shocked because Kakashi is going to be an examiner and all that for the finals and all that. So of course Boruto takes a test, And now it's for them to, well, what's it called? So yeah, the finals are now to fight against what's it called Konohamaru, uh, Konohamaru, Anko, and Shino, and also Kakashi, Hatsuki for their finals to, well, pass and all that. So yeah. So of course this is where they're going to like think of what they actually want to do and all that. And they ask Barta, but Barta already disappeared fighting against Shino, Anko, and Konohamaru by easily taking them out already. Taking out that blue whatever thing easily out. Shooting one thread and easily taking them out. So Barta says, "Ha, you lost," and just ran away. He's like saying, "So where's Kakashi Hatake? Joker was take out the 6 Hokage." So of course he finds Kakashi, and Kakashi was about to, he kicks Bartle down and all that, and says, "You are too arrogant for your own good." And Bartle says, "Well, it seems I'm too arrogant, but you're too stupid to realize I'm only a clone." And Kakashi says, "What do you mean?" And then he feels his hand being cut, and realizes that Boruto's disappearing, not into like a poof of like a normal poof, like a clone and all that, but into multiple strings, threads, whatever that actually cut his fingers and also his knee and all that, which he's now bleeding, saying, "What the hell is that?" Boruto says, "This is my Keika Kenkai. Now Kakashi, let's dance." So yeah, Kakashi's jumping around, dodging from his threads and all that. And also when what's called everyone managed to get to where Barto's at, they see that Kakashi is struggling against Barto. And then Barto just says, "Hey Kakashi, let's have a little fun and see if you can actually dodge this attack." Kakashi says, "Dodge what again?" "My rainbow attack! Now dodge!" He managed to dodge, and the tree behind Kakashi gets cut into multiple pieces. And Kakashi says, "I gotta be careful. If I get hit by that, I'm basically just fucking butter, just getting cut easily." So of course Kakashi's getting kind of tired because his bloodlust and all that. Well, not bloodlust, but blood lost because how much he kind of lost from jumping around and all that. And Konohamaru is kind of shocked to see, Barto making the 6 Hokage run for his money. Well, giving him a run for his money. So yeah, Barto's that strong. And Barto says, "Everyone now!" And of course, everyone kind of noticed that Barto said now. So everyone kind of rushed at what's called Kakashi. Kakashi said, "Shit, I gotta dodge this." But Barto was already in front of him, putting Armorman Hawking in his what's called fist, and just punching Kakashi in the stomach, grabbing Kakashi from the arm, and then just stabbing him with threads in his arm, not being able to move his arm. Of course, everyone now just tackle him down, and grabs his bells, and of course everyone just say, "Yeah, we won." Kakashi says, "Well, I guess that's not really what I wanted to see much, but I guess all of you pass." And Boruto, "I can't feel my arm." Boruto said, "Yeah, I hit some pressure points to really paralyze your arm, so you will not be able to escape. So no substitution jutsu for you." Kakashi says, "Can I get a heal?" Boruto says, Wasby, or whatever her name was again, the cat one, said, "Can you heal him?" She said, "Somewhat. I'm not that great of a healer." And Boruto says, "Just teach me the basics to see if I can do it. If I can't, then I just suck also." She just does tell him the basics, and Boruto tries to use his healing. And of course, he's sort of healing what's called Kakashi. Not in the greatest way, but somewhat. So yeah, of course Sarah says, "Move out of the way, I know how to heal him." Tries to heal Kakashi, and she has better control under her own chakra. So Kakashi can sort of move his, like, some of his fingers, but not his full arm. He's saying, it's good enough. I'll just go to Sasuke. So, of course, yeah, that happened. So, yeah, everyone got their headbands and everyone cheers. Barto, he put his headband over, like, his neck and all that. Because there's where I can actually see him actually doing it. So, yeah. So, of course, the next day happened. Well, not the next day. It was sort of the afternoon. And, of course, your team leader is Konohamaru Sensei. And they are Team 3. And, of course, it's Mitsuki, Baruto, and Sara. That doesn't change that much. Sara just looks at Baruto, glaring at him. And Baruto just laughing. So, big brother, I usually took you out and they put me as your, well, student. How ironic. So Mitsuki's just like, just there saying, so you are Konohamaru. And Konohamaru says, great, I got Baruto. And he's gonna just keep just making fun of me that I lost to him so easily. So yeah, Baruto's just gonna make fun of him half the time, or almost every time. Of course, this is where Shadara kind of requests the 7 Hokage to change their team name into the 7th to Team 7. But Baruto says, like, change it to Team Joker. And of course, Naruto's kind of creeped out with Baruto's laughter, but he kind of, agree with Adara's whole team name and change it to Team 7 instead of Team 3 and all that. So, of course, the next day happened, and, well, Team 7 gets their first mission, and it's just a bunch of bandits and all that. So, they go to the village and all that. So, of course, Konohamaru did get the whole thing that's saying that the bandits are actually ninja, and Baruto laughs and say, I will fight him. I will be the strongest warlord out there. I am the Joker. So yeah, Konohamaru says, Baruto, are you okay? Well, I'm perfectly fine. Konohamaru, you don't need to worry about me. Besides, I easily kicked your ass in the, what's it called, final test. Konohamaru says, okay, fine. Fine, go ahead. Go see if you can fight the ninjas. So, of course, this is where Baruto leaves and kind of walks out and sees that the village is getting attacked by Ashimaru, the guy with like a red triangle head and, well, yeah, that has a red triangle on like his forehead and all that. Sees Baruto, and of course the guy tries to attack him with the sword. Baruto easily cuts his sword and says, oh please, buddy, it's not like you can easily defeat me. Where's your leader? And the guy says, why, you little brat? And of course, he already got like 3 slashes. And of course, he's bleeding out and falls down. This is where Konohamaru comes out and sees that Baruto has just defeated a ninja. While even trying, Baruto says, I could not find his leader. So, let's move on. Konohamaru just says, okay, I feel like you ain't a damn a Genin. I feel like you're tuning at like these. Baruto says, I feel like it, but that's not the matter point. Maybe I should have became a businessman. I could have been I could have just shown my worthy skills. And of course, Konohamaru says, no, Baruto. Jesus Christ, you're already a ninja. Let's not make you a businessman. Baruto says, why not? Businessman kind of has very, how should I say? They make good money, though. Konohamaru says, whatever. Let's go find the other ninjas or whatever. Of course, this is where, like, just like the villagers having a genjutsu and all that. And Baruto uses them all and just controlling them all and breaking that genjutsu. But actually, instead of like controlling them, he just stabs them with the strings and making them feel pain. Of course, this is where Baruto noticed one of the, villagers grabbing, the village whatever her name was again. Of course, this is where they kind of found what's called her and another what's called ninja, not rogue ninja, but just another bandit ninja, whatever. Boruto, he jumps down, and of course, this is where the bandit ninja just charges at Boruto. Boruto easily kills him, and just walks towards what's called what's her name? This is how he just walks towards her. Or not just walks towards her, but instead just grabs the other person that had that ceiling tag or whatever in his like mouth. And of course just throws him away and all that. Grabs her, kind of carries her brighter side and all that. And just bring her towards Konohama, gives her, and just says, "See, Konohama, guess what? I'm a fucking god." And Konohama just says, "God, I'm not gonna call you God." And Boruto says, "I mean, you're right there." Konohama says, "Fuck. Fine. Let's go tell the Hokage that we're finished with this mission." So they're finished with this mission way earlier than the afternoon instead. So yeah. Their next mission is to, well, stop a terrorist and all that. And Boruto gets there, controls the terrorist from actually trying to detonate, and, well, throws him into the wall and goes straight to the vault. Why? Because he knows every great mission kind of counts as a distraction, and he goes straight to the vault and sees a person using ice style, which Boruto easily cuts through the ice style and says, "Hey buddy, what are you doing?" The guy kind of sees Boruto, freaks out, and he couldn't actually capture a lot of things. Well, not capture a lot of things, grab a lot of things from the vault and all that. But so he tries to run away from Boruto. Boruto slices through him, kind of already giving him like some kind of degrees of being cut and all that. Not mostly killing him because he managed to escape. And Boruto says, "This is interesting." So yeah, of course they check on the security cameras about like who was the people, kind of what were they trying to get or whatever. Of course they kind of find that the person's actually, well, what's called selling these goods or whatever. And Boruto, he goes and, well, he looks like this whole full out what's called decked out gear and all that. He still looks like this and all that. And walks up to the guy and says, "I'm here to buy your goods." The guy said, "I already sell them, 7 Hokage's son." And Boruto says, "Oh really, you did? Can I know what you like sell them for, and actually what did you kind of buy them for? Because I can see that you aren't a bad person. I can sense that you're not a evil person." And so the guy just says, "I use it to, well, restore water for our village that's small and blah blah blah." And Boruto says, "Can I know where the village is at?" The guy said, "Sure, why not?" He kind of leads what's called Boruto towards the village. And Boruto says, "Interesting. That's nice for you to do. Okay, this is just a retarded mission. I just want to tell you one thing. Make sure to not do something stupid like that. Also, it's better if you don't fight against the 7 Hokage. Okay, I'm just warning you now, because the 7 Hokage, he does have the whole 9-tailed trick or whatever bullshit. So yeah, I'm just warning you now. If you go against him, then yeah, whatever. Then again, he probably won't even care that much, because he's too important in his paperwork in his village, and he probably won't even care that much. So yeah. Of course, this is where Boruto, he heard of the whole Byakugan gang or whatever, and Boruto actually managed to find the base and all that, and saw there were like 4 kind of, I'm gonna say there were like 30 members and all that, and Boruto, what he does is, well, manslaughter through them easily. And he finds the leader. You know that one leader with like white hair and all that? So yeah, that white hair guy named Gecko and all that. So of course Boruto captured them both, even the ice style user, and says, "You two, it's better if you two don't plan anything more stupid enough. You've been causing way too much trouble, and I'm being dealt by being thrown into these damn missions. I should have started a goddamn business. Fuck's sakes." Of course, Gecko is shocked the fact that the 7 Hokage son is here, and easily kill his members and not caring that much. Yeah, he basically Gecko fucked up and well made Boruto a very pissed person. So yeah, with that happening, Boruto tell the ninja force that he found the true criminals, Gecko and this Ice Star user. Also, he tells Shikadai that this Ice Star user is your friend, blah blah blah, I don't care. And he just leaves straight back to his house. So, of course, the next day happens, and it is a parent and child day. Yeah, for like their children and parents and all that. Boruto was walking downstairs, and Naruto says, "So, Boruto, you want to go on this parents and blah blah blah?" And Boruto says, "No, I have a business to kind of work on, since I'm not really trying to become this whole ninja thing." And Naruto just gets down and all that. And of course, Himawari says, "Naruto is a Maki," and of course Naruto gets stabbed again. Why not? Why Boruto? Boruto leaves. He actually doesn't do the business thing because, well, he's thinking of doing what kind of business he kind of wants and all that. So yeah, of course Naruto sort of takes Himawari in this whole day and all that. Of course, this is where Boruto kind of goes to the food, food competition and all that. But let's go to Naruto and Himawari. So, of course, they kind of bump into Sasuke and Sakura. And, of course, Himawari says, "Hello, father." And Sasuke just chuckles. Naruto gets stabbed again. He's like, "I hate my son. Why?" And, of course, Sasuke is just dying laughter. He's just like, "Man, I like that kid a lot. What a great kid, isn't he?" Naruto's just like, "No, he's not." And Sasuke says, "You might think he's not, but I say he is." What a great kid. So back to Boruto. He's sort of eating the burger and all that. He's saying that sort of not spicy. He helps Chojuro and, well, not Chojuro, Chojo and Choji about like the spicy and all that. And showing that it was just fake, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you get the point. So that happens the same. So, of course, Boruto noticed Sasuke and, well, Sasuke just said, "Oh, hello there, Boruto." Or should I say son? And Boruto says, "Oh, hello there, father." Wait, aren't you gonna spend time with Sakura or something? And, well, Sasuke said, "Well, yeah, but I can't find her." Of course, Boruto kind of finds Sakura and says, "Aren't you gonna spend time with like your father or something?" And Sakura said, "He's too much embarrassing. He tries to bond with me, but he can't. Blah blah blah." So the same thing. Boruto kind of gives advice and all that. And yeah, the Uchiha pairs kind of connect and all that. So when Sakura did try to give the advice to Boruto says it was never gonna work. So there's no point in you telling me my own advice. Now I'm just trying to think of something else now. So of course, what's it called? They go, well, what's it called? Boruto gets home, and of course he said Naruto wants him to give him a gift, but Boruto ignores him, and Ashiwa goes upstairs and goes take a nap. So yeah, instead of Naruto giving him the gift of like that special kunai and all that, Boruto just ignored him. So yeah. So of course a couple of weeks happen, and they come back from a body guarding mission and all that. And of course some ninjas from the Leaf kind of noticed Boruto and talked about that he's the Hokage's son, and Boruto uses the strings to cut their clothes. And of course they run away. They also do have bleeding marks and all that. So yeah, Boruto says, "Run away, little bitches." You will never fight against a joker like me. Sakura says, "Was that really necessary, Boruto?" Boruto says, "Of course. I'm the Joker, the best prankster out there. Or the best murderer you will actually like to be, not to be ever meeting or anything." So yeah, of course it's Barto's birthday, and Barto, he knew his father wasn't gonna come or anything. He didn't really care. He just helped his mother and like, well, put the dishes and all that and clean them and all that. So yeah. Also, this is where Barto meets the scientist and says about like the science tools to actually help you in the tuning. Well, how not the science tools to help you in the tuning exam, but something to well for your birthday gift and all that. And yeah. So Naruto, well, what's called not Naruto. Barto meets his team and of course meets Konohamaru, and of course. Boruto did promise Himawari that Naruto should be coming to her birthday, even if Boruto has to drag him all the way from the freaking Hokage Tower and beat up a bunch of Anbus and Jonins to get Naruto into the house here. Which not Naruto, I mean Boruto would do to bring, well, Naruto to go towards what's called Himawari and all that. For her birthday and all that. So yeah. Sorry. Now, of course, this is the mission they go on for what's called Konohamaru is telling them and all that. Of course, this is where Barto sees Naruto, and Barto tells Naruto that if you don't visit Himawari, I would drag you myself and get you to Himawari's birthday. Which Naruto thinks he's joking, and Barto uses Conqueror's Hawking on him. And of course, Naruto feels this pressure and actually bows down. So of course, Barto's Conqueror's Hawking is way stronger than what's it called, Doflamingo's. I'm gonna say it's at least, well, not stronger than Doflamingo's. It's the same stronger, but of course, Naruto is sort of bowing down and not fully passing out because he has sort of the will. And Barto says, "You better get to her birthday. If you don't, I will kill multiple Anbus and Jonins just so you can get to her birthday. I'm not joking." So yeah, such a deadly tone. So yeah, Naruto just says, "I understand, Barto, but that doesn't mean you gotta kill so many Jonins and Anbus." Barto says, "I can care less. I'm a joker. I am gonna make jokes or kill or murder." You get the point, right? So of course this is where like his team actually goes on the train and all that. So of course this is where what's it called? They go to the mission and all that, and what's it called? Of course they find white Zetsus, and Barto easily dispose of like the white Zetsus and says that this must be an Utsutsuki clan or whatever thing. And yeah, of course the next mission is them capturing a bear. Barto easily captures him by controlling him and all that. So yeah, into a cage. Yeah, and of course this is where Barto does tell Naruto that he's already strong enough, so make him a junior or whatever. If not, then he's just giving up to become a businessman. He really can care less. Which Barto says, "You haven't proved yourself, so you cannot become a tuning. And why would you want to become a businessman?" Barto says, "Because I like being a businessman. This is way faster for me to make money, so leave me alone." Which Barto just shakes his head, thinking his son is being naive or something. Which Barto says, "You really expect me to be naive, aren't you? Isn't that what you're thinking?" Which Naruto's shocked. He's like, "How the fuck do you know that?" Barto says, "I can see your face. Even if you don't show many emotions, I can see that your face is making me doubt or whatever. You're doubting on my ability to be a good businessman." Somewhat. So of course this is where what's it called? Barto does tell Naruto that today is the Hinamari's birthday. If you miss it, he's gonna drag Naruto straight to Hinamari's birthday, even if he has to drag his ass. He can care less. Yeah. So of course Sarah does give him like the paper of the tuning exams. Barto says, "What the hell is this? The tuning exams." Barto says, okay, I'll do it. Whatever. And Sarah says, "Wait, you would do it? I thought you would kind of complain and saying you don't want to do it." If it means me killing through multiple different villages, ninjas, and showing that I am deadlier than a normal person and should be called the Joker, then I'll do it. Satoru says, you're not giving up on this name being called the Joker. Not Naruto, Boruto say, of course not. I am gonna be called the Joker one way or another. So yeah. So of course of course when it was a Himawari's birthday, it was just a Naruto shadow clone that kind of poofed away. And Boruto was kind of mad, but of course Hinata says that don't bother her father, which she only grabbed into a string clone. Of course, Boruto's running towards Naruto, busts through the window, grab Naruto. A bunch of Ambus there try to attack Boruto. Boruto uses Conqueror's Hawking to make them all pass out, smash them to the ground, run towards Himawari's birthday, and then just throws Naruto into the freaking kitchen and just go upstairs. Which Naruto's confused what the fuck even happened. All the not Jonins, but Ambus are knocked the fuck out. Yeah, they're all sleeping. They're just having a nice nap time in the Hokage Tower. Yeah. Boruto gave no flying fucks. He even said that he's gonna make freaking Naruto come early if he misses Himawari's birthday. Which he does. So of course he hears a knock door and all that. He opens it. He sees Sasuke and says, "Hello there, father." And Sasuke says, "Oh, hello, son. Have you seen Naruto Uzumaki?" Boruto says, I think he's at the tower. There's also Ambus that are sleeping there. I smashed Naruto here for my sister's birthday. I don't even know if he's still here, but you can check around. Sasuke said, okay. And just walked in, kind of looked around, sensed that, Naruto isn't here, and then say, bye, son. And Boruto says, okay, bye, dad. And then just walks back inside. So, yeah. Of course, Naruto feels so much pain and saw that, after celebrating Himawari's birthday, he was over there kind of, seeing his old arms are now still in the ground, just knocked the fuck out. And Naruto, he was like, what the fuck was that my son used? And Kurama says, ooh, interesting, you got your ass kicked by your own son. Get fucked about that. That's karma for you, okay? You miss his birthday, he's gonna make sure that you don't miss your own daughter's birthday. What a great kid. Naruto says, Kurama, why didn't you tell me that he was there? Why would I? Your son is freaking the god. If he just took out a bunch of Ambus, he's truly someone that should be feared. And I actually would like to call him Joker. What a great name he actually likes to be called. Kurama laughs. Naruto says, whatever. He goes back to doing his paperwork after that. So, of course, Boruto decides to just, wing it and says, should I use an illegal tech tool or whatever? Or should I use my devil fruit powers? I mean, then again, I can always use Conqueror's Hawking and make everyone bow down. Joker and, Doflamingo and his mindscape said, bet, kid, let's do it. So he goes ask for the tool from the scientists and all that. And of course, next is the tuning exams, and I will get to that next episode. Have a nice potato day, potato not potato, say potato potato. I'm actually gonna go do a new what if, and yeah, potato.